Hello and welcome back everybody to another video of Tales of Arise. Last time we were playing, we fought Almadria and got a big part of the story with everything that's been going on. We also are now flying solo. And as you can see, Alphen, forgot his name for a second. Sorry about that. Lost the second half of his mask that he had been carrying around forever, and because of that, we then got a huge backstory with everything, and turns out he was some sort of science experiment or blah 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 whatever. And
Shion.
So yeah, we found out the truth about what was really hidden behind the mask, and we also managed to lose the flaming sword, and now we are going to fight a bunch of characters, or fight a bunch of people flying solo. And it's been really hard because turns out I rely on my allies a lot more than I should have. So I'm a little bit like screwed. Oh, and I also found the mysterious swordsman's his actual name. And Shion, I believe, is with him. And we found out his backstory. So yeah. Gonna have to go find my buddies. It turns out.
This should do it. You're mine. No escape. Dragon swarm.
So yeah.
You're mine. You're finished. Here I come! It's over! No escape! We did it! My turn! Take this!
Alright, there goes one.
Here I come! This one's all mine!
And I really like the armor break the Law had. That makes battles so much easier. Ow. As well as the help from Runwell. Oh man. I miss my allies so much, it's ridiculous.
It's over! You're mine! You're finished! Take this! Dragon swarm! Swallow blade! Dragon swarm!
Ow.
You're finished! Take this! You're finished! Slash! Swallow blade! I'm not done! You're finished! Stardust!
Ow, ow.
Take this! You're finished! Stardust! It's on!
Alright, there you go. That took way longer than it should. And down it goes.
Alphen?
Is that Renwell? Yep. And
Rinwell!
What happened just now?
and
Normally you'd be able
What's
to
his
take
name?
that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Lord, what's his face?
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Linwell, where are we?
That's what I want to know, where we're...
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by
All
the
right,
waves straight to
Balron.
the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Yeah, we're all a little dazed as to what still
Are
happened.
you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Amen. You gonna faint? Nope, I'm not. Dolan. That's his name.
Everyone.
Couldn't think of his name to save my life, darn it.
Hi, Hoodle!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dance in the wind! Air
I'm not
Is it
done!
hot? Just bash it out again!
You're finished!
Let's dance in the wind! In here!
Strike!
More for
You're
the
mine!
stockpile! Here comes
And these guys don't die very easy. Ow!
Resonate with the earth!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Okay!
Benediction light.
You're mine! Strike! I owe you one!
Lightning up!
Take this!
Dance in the wind! Sealed!
Here I come!
I'll be saving this one!
gate. Resonate with the
Let Astrology!
Another incantation ruined.
Photon! Raging
I'm not
Cascade!
done!
In a bind.
Go, Dolan.
It's over!
Sealed!
What
I'll
is
be
it?
saving
Slide!
this one!
I'm not done!
Resonate
Here I
with the
come!
earth.
It's
More
over!
with that
You're
cannon!
mine!
Raging
You're
Cascade!
finished!
Sealed!
Take this!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Take this!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Dance in the wind!
Here I come! You're
More
finished!
for the stockpile! Art sealed!
Dragon Swarm!
Confiscated!
Here I come! You're finished!
Lightning orb! More with that cannon!
Swallow blade!
Photon!
And go away.
I'll be saving this
Catapult!
They really made us work for that one. Speaking of Thistleland, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh?
Yep.
The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Elfin, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphin's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right.
I hear a hoodle. of some kind. All right. To the village we go.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah.
Guess not.
And now we can finally go rescue Shion.
Yeah.
There's something I need to tell you guys first.
Oh, good. More story.
I got my memory back.
Oh, that's exciting.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Should be interesting.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did.
Cooperate with what?
Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave.
Oh, that's terrible.
The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for
Spirit
what the
channeling,
ceremony was
huh?
actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But
Well, it only
Shion
makes
said she'd
sense.
never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
Naori, huh?
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
Why?
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After
you what?
After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Wait, what?
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned.
Clearly.
I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
Well, everyone has a past, Law.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
1100?
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being.
That's pretty awesome.
Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me.
You and Moses and
So much for standing up
Abraham
to
and...
injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop!
Just
Honestly,
about every other Old
I'm not going to pretend to
Testament prophet
understand what all this means.
or Old School
But what
prophet.
I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Snap. You just got mommed, Alphen.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some
Okay.
time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Dark. As dark as just before the dawn. To quote Batman Begins.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight?
Wow.
Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
Wow. Talk about information overload. Just yikes. That's ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna go talk to our peeps and see if we can smooth some stuff over and stuff. Helpful. Let's start with the holy.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her.
I have no idea
Then
what
again,
esoteric means.
This all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Truer than true. Let's speak to Kasara next.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So,
Yay.
feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
No.
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A
Yep.
debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
You
In all
don't.
honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
Or 10 minutes
What are you
ago.
saying? That I might as well give up?
No.
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time.
Some
In
of the
fact, I would
time,
go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them.
sometimes
Left
we
to my
need
own
to hear what
devices,
we don't want
Who
to.
knows when I would have been able to pick myself up? Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right?
Right?
The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you.
Well said. Well
But if you're still not
said.
convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What
Self?
I've been fighting for, huh?
What am I fighting for? Sorry, that was me being a smart aleck for a second. Hello,
All this
Renwell.
time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What
Yep.
about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight.
Tends
Even
to.
if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I
That's
used to
sad.
curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up
Yep.
with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Yup.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
Not
You
fully.
couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
She's a big tough girl. She can buckle her sandals. And yeah. Well, I think I'll stop here for now and check if my video has been recording this entire time. Next time we play, we'll go and find Shion and figure out what's up. This has been Lion of Hyrule, playing Tales of Arise. Until next time, I am